Hi everyone, welcome back to Napoleon Total War with the Prussians. It's November, late November, 1808. Recently, we've had success expanding down to Luzerne in Switzerland and Strasbourg here. We were able to capture this without a fight, just by overwhelming the defenders to the point where they thought, well, you know what, we're not going to win this battle, we'll surrender. And then you can see the defensive forces moving out as part of the truce. There is a French army of who've we got? Do we know the general? No, it's just a ragtag bunch of the from the previous battle by the looks of it. Are in Metz, which is our territory, so that's going to be causing us some financial cost, no doubt. We got devastation by armies, 0.55%. Yeah, that'll be that, I think. But we're kind of holding on nicely. The upper classes have a reasonably positive opinion of us with 4. The lower classes, sorry, are indifferent. So, okay, that's basically because Frederick Wilhelm's army is sitting in Strasbourg, keeping everything under control. We also have the army here of Scharnhorst. Now, he basically took the bludgeoning, didn't he, in the large battle we had last time. And his troops are recouping, while Wilhelm is a fully intact army holding the city. What we'll probably do is move Wilhelm's army out to push the French out of Metz, and then Gerhard von Scharnhorst can come and sit in Strasbourg and recoup his losses. We do have some troops on the move up here. We've got some musketeers and some Jaegers. We've also got some cannon. Well, they're 12-pounders as well. Good cannon. We've got some foot guards, elite infantry, some life regiment, elite infantry, and some grenadiers as well. Awesome. So that's all going on up there. We also have our army here of Frederick and his forces. They did a kind of like an exploration raid, didn't they, to hit a French army here, send them packing, and then return to our own territory. We did have the Danish army try and take Brussels and Flanders, but they came up short. So we're going to keep an eye on those. We've got a spy in Brussels. We can see Jean-Baptiste Drouet, and a reasonable army in the making being put together there. Napoleon Bonaparte is marching towards Metz, which is interesting. So yeah, we will definitely need this army picked up as quick as possible. Sunderland. Sorry, Switzerland. I don't know where Sunderland came from. That's kind of not under control. We marched our armies out, but we probably... I'm thinking we probably need to march Scharnhorst's army in, but I think we'll need to back up Wilhelm when Napoleon comes to visit. So where is this Blucher back here in Munich? It is. Okay. What do we have there? 4 cannon. Right, okay, let's get some more militia created. And what we'll probably do is march Blucher out, minus the militia. Now, should I send them on the southerly road to Luzerne? Or if I march them up here, get those guys... Oh, hang on. Oh, you've got to follow. His guns are going to be a lot slower than him. Now, hopefully Munich's okay with that. Yes, they are. So that's good. If Luzerne is having a few problems, should we just make them tax exempt for the moment? That can kind of chill everyone out for a turn or two. So yeah, Blucher has marched without his artillery, which was a bit of a boo-boo on my behalf. But he can't move anyway, so we've always got the artillery here, and the forces are massive. So hopefully those 3 armies, even though one's weakened, should be enough to push Napoleon back. And in early December 1808, Workers are on strike in Baden-Württemberg. Okay. That's not surprising, given that... wow, that really deteriorated quickly. We've got 2 regiments of troops being created there. And we've got the artillery moving through as well. Okay. That's the headline. A spy network has been established by Liberect Landau. Where's that? That's in Brussels, Flanders. Nice. So we get a full view as they're building this army up. Magistrate, cannon foundry, barracks. Okay. Construction report. A factory has been completed in Bavaria. Look at that. Now we can upgrade that to a steam-powered factory. So that's now making 500 wealth. -6 recruitment of artillery. -2 happiness from industrialized lower classes. Ooh, a lot more money. But obviously another unhappiness point by the locals. And there's Munich's okay at the moment, so maybe we can invest in that, but it's a lot of money. Troop reports. We've got some militia in Switzerland and Bavaria, and again in where's that? Alsace-Lorraine. Don't know where that is. And Brandenburg has got some cavalry. And trait gained. A good listener by the spy, Liberate Landau. +1 to subterfuge. Oh, excellent. Right. So, oh yeah, we were going to keep Munich strong, weren't we? Because it's right on the... Even though the Austrians are reasonably okay with this at the moment. Got a drill stall coming out in a bit. They're fairly happy though, so hopefully they don't get attacked. Right, so let's get the artillery caught up with the rest of the army, first off. There we go. We've got that French army has moved south. So I think this is the ragtag from we kicked out of the city, and from Metz they've come south. Napoleon marched back towards Rheims. So, how does that change our plans? Well, I think you can march back to Switzerland. Okay, let's get the troops, especially the troops that need to be recouped, into the town. There we go. Get a couple of cannons in there as well, and the rest can go and sit in the town over here. There we go. Happy days. So they're nicely all snuggled up in the warm for winter, which is the main thing, and they're healing quickly. Nice. Good. Can we can come off special measures now, because we got the army in here. We will recruit some more militia, just to keep the population under control. Now, over here in Strasbourg, what have we got? We've got militia that's being recruited here. We've got Wilhelm's army, which is looking good, and we've got Blucher's army, which can come in. Right, so I think Wilhelm, gather your forces, and we'll strike out and attack Nicholas Joseph Leronde. And sent him packing. Nice. Follow up that attack. Let's get rid of him once and for all. So, it's only a small band. This is what was left of the previous battle, I think, and or previous couple of battles, and they've all merged. We've got some units have restocked to full strength. This one obviously hasn't. A long way away. But yeah, it should be a relatively simple victory. All things go. We're on the high ground. They're on the low ground. Right, here we are then. And we got our cannons. Let's get them ready to fire. Okay, so the cannon's opening up on them quite nicely. Let them get whittled away. Right, we've got what we got over here. We've got some light cavalry and we've got some dragoons, which is heavy cavalry. Nice. A good mix there. Let's get them up over on the flank. There is a small cavalry unit, which the French have, but I prefer them if they used that as a charge on our lines. We can form the square. That's probably the quickest and easiest way of dispatching those. The cannons may do a good job, but I think they're trying to use the trees as a bit of cover, which you can hardly blame them, really. What I might do is just bring these along that tree line there. We've got some light infantry here. They can come and help on that tree line and hit that flank as well. In fact, let's get you there. There you go. So you don't get a chance of getting clipped by the cannon. Oh, that was a real skimmer. How far are we away from canister shot? Quite a way. I wonder if should we do a barrage? See how this goes. Right, switch to canister shot. They are almost on top of us. There's that unit of cavalry. Right. Let's get these two cavalry units moved up. Can they actually hit from there? No, they can't. But if they go for the cannons, they will come under fire. Right, canister shot is loaded. Start decimating their ranks. Going over their heads. Quite possibly. That's not ideal. Fire when you can. There we go. Now we're cutting them down. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, that is devastating. Right. Right, we'll get those in to try and defend the artillery. I see the cavalry, don't worry. Right, these guys charge in. There we go, their general's dead, their horses are dead. Brilliant. Right, that is it. They are on the full run. Well done, boys. Right. Continue. You get that mass. You get that mass. Right, everyone. Ceasefire. Let the cavalry do their job. General, do you want to get in there? Go on. Get yourself a kill. Confirmation Nicholas Joseph has been killed. And the cavalry comes in to mop up the rest. So there we go. Frederick Wilhelm brought in 1,572 troops against Nicholas Joseph's 393. We wiped out the French army. We lost 34 on our side. Happy days. Right. So, you march up there. What do we got here? We've got some militia. You can pop into there. We've got Blucher's army. They can march into the town. Obviously, somebody's got to sit outside. Who can sit outside? Oh, go on. I'm sorry, buddy. If I get... you can come in a bit later, okay? Once we leave, that's fine. But for now, you just wait there for a moment. She's got to sit in the ironworks. Keep that under protection. So, quick look at Strasbourg. As Blucher's troops just finish tidying and upping their numbers. Okay, it's on the edge really, isn't it? Just about under control, but people in government they don't particularly like. Industrialisation don't particularly like. That's the lower classes. This is, of course, religious unrest, tax burden, government type, resistance to foreign occupation. So we can get rid of that. That kind of negates us having to have a large garrison here. So the upper classes, tax burden, religious unrest, get people in government, clamour for reform, and of course they're the ones who own the factories and stuff, of course. No, would they? I don't know. I can understand the lower class has been upset. So if we get those down, we should be okay. Okay, what do we have construction-wise in this area? We've got a magistrate, which currently gives +2 repression in the region, 10% bonus to tax, recruitment and research. Okay, what would be the next stage, which is 3,000 Court of Justice, which is +1 to repression, to a total of +3, 15% bonus to the tax region. Yeah, and then we've got potential more troops. Let's get a magistrate here. That will add to the calming of the people, which would be good. Right. You are, you are okay. There's Metz. They were doing okay, weren't they? -1 happiness for the gunsmith we have here, but -3 recruitment costs for infantry in this region. If we go up to mustard manufactory, -2 happiness for the lower classes, -6 recruitment costs for infantry, recruitment capacity, units to be trained 1. Okay. We'll hold off researching that. We do have an agent in there who can now leave. Emmanuel. Let's get him over the river. So we've got a spy here near Picardy Reims, or Picardy Champagne, and we've got one in Brussels. Where should we send you? Maybe down here to sort of spec out what's we have got somebody down there. My goodness, I have covered the countryside brilliantly with spies. Our spy network is getting really good. Alright, let's have a look down there. You're covering that crossroads, which is really useful. There's 3 bridges there, which you've got an eye on, which is grand. Okay. Okay. Let's have a look into the north of the country, and we've got Frederick's army here. And we've got the French army of Jules de Lacy camping out on the bridge there. Obviously, this is where the previous engagement was, roughly. So they've seen that this is the bridge that will have us marching on to Brussels, so that's why they've blocked that bridge, and you can see why we could potentially come either way. But we do have Reims. Now Reims, they're building new barracks there. We don't know. We haven't got a very good view on it because our spy, if he tries to get inside... Oh, 80% chance of infiltrating now. That was down in the 60s, wasn't it? So let's try it. He's in. Adolf Holtz is in. Maybe a different matter when Napoleon gets to town, but... So yeah, they've got the barracks, confirmation. Nothing currently recruiting that we can see. Building some new roads. Got 3 units of Fusiliers. Okay. Good stuff. Right. Good. Right, so, how are we doing in Cleves? We got the drill school being built. Nothing recruitment yet. Okay, so we got a lot of militia there, but we've also got some handy troops which can fill up the ranks of Frederick's army should they take any losses. Meantime, we got these troops marching down, and I think I'll march them down here. And we got these guys as well coming. How's Stuttgart looking? Not particularly good. Let's do tax exempt for the moment. We've got a couple of troops being recruited in the area. Yeah, let's get some roads built. We've got we've expanded quite rapidly in the last couple of turns, haven't we? Taking Munich, Stuttgart, Strasbourg, Lucerne, and we haven't really had time to build up the infrastructure as we've gone. We've just kind of rapidly swallowed up land and moved on. We just need to make sure everything's actually in a tidy place now. Vienna, which was pain in the backside for God knows how long. Okay, due to an error I made, but still, she's definitely under control now, and looks like a place of tranquility and happiness, which is lovely. We got some Spanish wandering around our regions, which is a bit weird. We are friendly with it. Well, we're not allied with the Spanish, but we are friendly with them, so keep an eye on that. Moravia is okay. We've got a big steam-powered factory here. Yeah, big industrial section here. And we've got some steam-pumped iron mines. Nice. We could get industrial iron mine complex. Wow. But I don't have the cash for that, so we're not going to do that. Anything? We've got a court of justice here. Wow, this is quite... It's been developed quite well. Just over the mountains or the hills, we've got Silesia. Basic barracks and stuff. Infrastructure, they've got cobbled roads, so it's not too bad. A couple of militia units holding down the fort, and ooh... Okay. This has probably been neglected a bit too much. Negative tax burden, industrialization they don't like. Well, it's bringing in the cash, boys. And what was that? People in government. Okay. Tax burden is the pain, right? We'll offset that with a couple of units of militia for now. Over here we have a musket manufacturer. We could make it into a small arms factory, which again will -3 happiness for the lower classes, which is not great. -1 recruitment cost for infantry. -9 recruitment cost for infantry in this region. Okay, again, we'll hold off that because I don't want to be spending a lot of money just keeping the people in check. We could potentially upgrade the mines to a steam pump mine. Let's double the cash. Oh, that seems worth it. We will have -1 happiness, but I am going to go for it. That's a bit more cash, and that's pretty much all with our spending money gone. We do have Russian troops marching back and forth across our northern coast. Keeping an eye on them. We do have kind of a ragtag, well, not much of an army really, but we've got some troops there just holding Königsberg. Königsberg itself is quite calm and chilled, and everything seems to be going on. We've got our spy here, Philippe, just keeping an eye on him, just to see what he's doing. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think they had plans to come over and attack the French, but then they've kind of changed their mind. In Danzig, not much is happening. They're getting to the edge where they may need some repression of the people. What have we got in... It's a tiny little territory, isn't it? It's... Okay, we've got a farm, which is already upgraded, and we've got a town here, which is having a banking house created. Okay. Get you an extra unit of militia just to keep everyone in check. We've got our port here. We've got Stettin in Pomerania. How are you? They're doing okay. This is good. Good to see. And they've got a bit of... They've got some grenadiers here. They've got a reasonable force. They've got some elite troops. I tell you what. As I move these up from from Berlin. That's when I thought the Russians were coming this way. So I put... Oh, there's the Russians there. They are coming this way. So that's why I stuck some troops in these. So I'm not sure what the Russian troops are doing, you see. So we're going to continue to build this army up, just in case the Russians are thinking of breaking our alliance and doing something crafty. We have not a lot. We've got some light infantry, we've got some cavalry, we've got some 6-pounders. We need some line troops, really. What have we got? Our elite line troops seem to be or spent. So let's get some. So let's get some. I get some militia as well, just to get the numbers up, just in case they do decide to attack. I don't think they will. I hope they won't. There's more hope than I think, but we'll see what's going on there. And then we've got Dresden, which they could march south and take without a too much challenge, really. But yeah, what have we got in Prague, army-wise? Militia, brilliant. Yeah, so all our armies have been marched to the front line. Maybe we need to... Well, we're going to build up an army here in Berlin. I'm kind of regretting moving these troops out now. And we could have set up a force here, hired a general, and we could have maybe secured from any shenanigans that they may be thinking. Over here, the Danish are getting an army together, which they'll probably march down and go for Brussels again. I also saw a large Danish fleet. Can I see that? Where did that go? No. It had troops on it as well, so I'm not sure where that's gone. But that may be heading south to do some invasion or something. Meantime, we've got our 2 third rates down here, enjoying life, and we've got all our trade, of course, and we've got 3 third rates here, kind of just keeping an eye on our interests in the region. Do we have any more trade ships being recruited? Yes, one more turn we'll have another trade ship. We've got another third rate ship of the line being created. Lovely. Right, I think that's all we can do. We've spent all our money. We need to watch for what Napoleon's doing, but also what on earth the Russians are doing. And so we have the Russians knock on our doorstep, funnily enough. So they're offering us 910 gold, for which they want the Army Corps organization. But they also want us to break the trade agreement with the Ottoman Empire. And I know that's because they're attacking Istanbul. Now, bearing in mind there's a huge Russian army sitting not too many miles away from our capital, I'm going to accept this. I don't really want to break the trade agreement with the Ottoman Empire, but we can always try and negotiate it again. But for the moment, let's try and appease the Russians. And with that agreement in place, I am pleased to say the Russian army has started heading east, back to their own territory. So I reckon that's what that was. That was aggressive negotiations, or passive-aggressive negotiations. Let's march an army off your capital, then make a demand. And it worked. But we'll have to keep an eye out for that. But I think that has alleviated the problem we were potentially seeing there. Building construction report. A drill school in Munich has been completed, and wine estates have been created in Baden-Württemberg. Lovely. Happy days there. Lots of militia has been created, and we've also got 2 ships, a third rate and a merchantman being deployed as well, which is good to see. And the Ottoman Empire has been destroyed by the Russians. This nation has been destroyed, its home region having fallen to enemy hands. A once great nation will become nothing more than a footnote in history. I'm kind of glad I sided with the Russians now. That could have gone nasty if we'd... of course, that does mean we've lost a bit of trade. I was wrong, by the way. It wasn't Istanbul, though. It was Athens. Athens was... they've already had Istanbul. It was Athens that they seized. Yes, that was their last territory of the Ottoman Empire. Athens in Greece. But they've lost it now. Wow. Anyway, so while we mull that over, let's get the merchantman out of port and we'll sail it down there, and we'll get the third rate to come and join up with it, escort it down here. We've got a couple of third rates here anyway, so yeah, that should be grand. Where do we want to put on spices? We could put on spices. That's been occupied. Who's occupying that? Spain. Okay, we don't have annoy the Spanish or the Prussians. We are the Prussians, so we don't definitely annoy them. Maybe let's move our ships over here. Check out if there's anything trading from this port. No, there isn't. This is Spice Port. Let's take control of that one. I think. What's that one there? Tea. I think we've got a tea, haven't we? Yeah, but we're playing the Prussians. We're not playing the British, so it doesn't matter so much about tea. It's not that valuable a resource. So, meantime. What to tell you? Yes, so the Russians are packed up and heading back home, which is good. The Danish army, I think it's popped into maybe one of these towns. It's marching south anyway. Again, I think that's heading towards Brussels. That large fleet I was talking about, there it is. And it's got troops and ships as well. And they've also got another large fleet coming up to see them, or hopefully, I guess, just fight off any French. So what they could be doing maybe is attacking some of the French on the Bay of Biscay sort of coastline, which would be awesome, because then they'll be attacked from both flank and they won't be able to concentrate on us. Who are the Danish? And it's got to be France. It's the only people they're at war with. So yeah, they'll probably sail their ships and probably attack one of the regions here, or they may come all the way around and attack from the south. But it seems more likely that. Cool. If we could take this region here, you'd split the French forces in two. That is a huge region, isn't it? Yeah. Anyway, any other trading possibilities? Just having a look. No, we're still blocked here, are we? No, I think we can. Let's negotiate. Why aren't we trading? I know there was an embargo. Trade embargoes. Demand a trade embargo against another faction. No. Oh, so another faction demanded a trade embargo against us. Interesting. Send proposal. Trade agreement agreed. Happy days. Okay, so we're trading back with them. I wonder if that was the Ottoman Empire. Were they trading with them? I don't know. Or the Russians? I don't know. The French? They're not trading with the French, are they? They're at war with the French. No, they came into war with us, didn't they? Because they're a protectorate. Yeah, of course they did. Silly thing to say. Okay. So, we've got an alliance with Russia, and we're very friendly now that we've given them some stuff as well. And we've broke the trade agreement with the Ottoman Empire, which they've been deceased now anyway, so it doesn't matter. Spain, we are friendly, plus 59, look at that. They'd probably go for an alliance if it wasn't the fact that they're at war with most of our friends. Britain really need to step up the game, really. We're apparently trading with them, but their trade docks are all blocked, so we're not at all, to be honest. French, obviously hostile. They've got the Dutch and Spanish as allies. And Spanish would be... We don't want them to drag Spain into the war, that's for sure. Not only will we lose a big trading partner, we'll also be a big, powerful nation to attack. And Austria, how are indifferent? Look, +7. +7. The only thing that they're negative about us at the moment is the territorial gains we've made. But it's improving. Oh, there are also slightly religious differences, which they're slightly marked at. But apart from that, we're not too far away. Should I present a state gift? Let's send them some finest china. Very generous. +12. Now, let's see. Do you want to be an ally? Or am I blind? Do a request alliance. Second one down. There we go. Yes! Yes! I never thought we'd get here. We have forged an alliance with the Austrians. You have successfully formed an alliance with the Austria. Our great nations will now stand side by side to repel whatever forces the French throw our way. Brilliant! Brilliant! Oh, that is so good, because that also completes that secondary goal, which was to get an alliance with Austria, wasn't it? And did they give us some cash? I can't remember what that goal was, but we've completed it. There we go. So, they'll probably get narked if we do some more territorial expansion, but Austria are now allied with us. Ooh, hang on. Is that going to put us... religious differences. Alliance with an enemy nation. Yeah, I just thought about that. Have I just maybe given myself a sucker punch? Although there's a French army here right on the doorstep of the Spanish one. I can't imagine they're going to... Or is that the ones... No, they're the ones who escaped from Luzerne, aren't they? They've come down here for some sanctuary. Okay. Okay, but the Spanish are still friendly, although we've annoyed them slightly by making friends with the Austrians. That was probably a stupid move, actually. I just opened up a can of worms which I didn't need to open up. Ah well. Ah well. We made the decision. We've got to live with it now. Right. Wilhelm, march your army into Metz and hold that. What we got here? We've got some troops coming down here. Okay, wow. Scharnhorst's army is almost recuperated. Okay, good. What we got here? Some fresh troops. Right, I march you down here as well. Who can replace, you know, I'm thinking replacements for when this army marches out. Good. Okay, so we're in a reasonably strong position now. Let's see if we can have a look. Oh, how's our research going? It seems been a while since we've heard anything. So Krakow, we've got 2 more turns until standardized artillery is completed. Heidelberg has got 10 more turns until dialectics are completed. Magdeburg, 1 more turn until quicklime is completed. And Graz, 2 more turns until general staff is completed. Right. We need a staff college to be able to start researching these. Do we have a staff college anywhere? I'm thinking, let's have a look at Berlin. This tends to be where we've done most of our 12 grand. Okay, we're going to have to save the pocket money up for that. That's a huge cost. Okay, let's not spend too much then, if we're going to have to get that, so we can unlock some of the latter day weapons research, which is uniform armament, mass production, 80 gun steamship will be available to us. Oh, we need to get general staff to unlock the staff college. Okay. Modern rifles we've got. We've got the metric system. Well, we're going to get the metric. We're going to get We're going to get this. Quicklime enables quicklime shells, experimental howitzers. Okay. So uniform mass production will be potentially available to us. Then we get rockets. Well, that'd be cool. Rocket troop. Percussion cap. Minus 50% misfire chance on all gunpowder weapons. Wow, that's amazing, actually. That is a really good one. 40 turns to research. Good God. Rifled cannons. Rifle barrel increases the occupation... Oh, sorry, the accuracy of a weapon, and this principle can be applied to large cannons as well as small arms. +2 recruitment costs to all naval units. 5 reduction to naval cannon reloading time. Nice. Iron plating. +1 to clamour for reform, and unlocks the ironclad warship. Maybe that's 40 because we can't actually unlock it yet because we haven't got the right stuff. What do we need to unlock screw power propeller? Steamship propulsion. Oh, we haven't researched that. I think that's something next we'll have a look at. Get some of the industrialized stuff done as well. Oh yes, we're on the march. This is looking very good. So, in early January 1809, a new agent has been recruited, Christian Unlenbrock. Nice. Where are you, Christian? You're here. By the small village of Regensburg. Okay. I may send you up here because the Russians are back. They obviously want to negotiate something else. Actually, we probably don't need him up there because we can get a good view of what's going on. I'm actually going to send him down here then to Spain. Let's keep an eye on the Spanish. I'll take him a couple of turns to get there. But you can keep an eye on the Austrians through the Innsbruck Pass while we go. Cool. Quick lime technology advance. Wahey! This unpleasant and ungentlemanly artillery projectile showers the target with quicklime, a compound that causes burns and blindness. Oof. Nasty. Right, and that says that's going on to Semaphore, but I want to do something else with the research, so we'll change that in a moment. Musketeers have been deployed in Brandenburg. Nice. And our last piece is traits and ancillaries gained. So, Gottlieb Salter, a minister, military expert, -1 to management of army administration. -1 to the management of... Why is a military... A man may become an expert in military... Go back to that. A man may become military matters without troubling to attend to battle. Okay. I thought that would be an improvement rather than negative, or am I getting that wrong? Is that like a... I don't know. And +2 to subterfuge for an infiltration missions for Liberect. Let's have a look then at our ministers. Where is he? Him. It's this guy. So his bonuses have now gone, basically, is what we're saying. -1 to management of army. Why? What? So he had +1 management of army, being a tactician. He's morally impaired, which took him down to 0. And he's got -1. Salter, you are not the man I hoped you'd become. Honest. Okay. We could maybe put Barthold Lube in there. He's a tactician. He's 43. He's honest. Oh, he's a patron. +1 to management of naval administration. Oh, but he's doing quite well. Right, Salter. Sorry, buddy. You're not cutting the mustard. So old Barhold here is going to take your job. Sorry about that. There we go. Straight away. Oh, yes, that was a hell of an improvement. Should have done that ages ago. Okay, so he's got a tactician there, but look at that. He's gone up to 4 stars. -2 recruitment costs and lands. +2 to military technology research and -2 to upkeep costs. That was... Finally, I made a good decision. Right, research-wise. Magdeburg, we are going to get you to do steamship propulsion. Or should we get steam locomotives? That's +10 to town wealth in all your regions, +10 to town wealth generated by mines, and enables building of steam-powered sawmills. Steam propulsion will allow us creation of a steam paddle frigate. I thought we had limited liability company under research. +10 to town wealth. I think steam trains. It's steam trains. They're the most beneficial. So steam trains it is. Right. So with that decision made, let's as we're down here in the med, let's get our ships moving around Italy. We've got a merchant ship there, and we've got a third rate, and we've got 2 third rates here. 2 third rates here, plus a couple of merchants trading spices there. We're going to bring that over here to put another merchant on this. Well, put another merchant into a trade region, and we'll capture that trade region, trade port, whatever you want to call it, which will be good. So, as I alluded to earlier, the Russians have marched back this way towards our capital. The army's looking a little bit better now, but still, it's still weak. We need some cavalry, we need some guns, and we need some foot. We need everything. They seem to be unavailable, so let's get some Lancer, some Brandenburg Uhlans. They got a huge charge bonus. Let's have a look at these. Light, fast troops are well seasoned and excellent in a charge. Oh, let's get some of those. They look pretty cool. We'll get some heavies as well, and then we'll just get some bog standard troops recruited as well. Maybe a 12 pounder in there. It's a lot of cash, but hopefully that will be Berlin looking pretty sizable. Right. Meantime, down here, Napoleon has kind of disappeared. Oh no, there he is. No, it's not. Where is he? Don't know. Napoleon has this. Oh, he's probably in there, isn't he? Looking at the star. We've got a spy in there, actually, so we could probably have a look. He is there. Napoleon is there. And he's getting some Fusiliers of the line. Some militia. Okay, they're just Fusiliers. They're not the old guard or anything like that. So they're not elite troops, which is good to see. Quick look at our objectives. We require 4 more regions to complete our campaign. Now, looking at the Dutch, they got some sizable armies there, but we could potentially wipe the Dutch out. Sorry, my Dutch friends. Or Batavian Republic, should I say. They have allies with Spain and France. Now, we've already upset Spain recently by becoming an ally with Austria. Although the relationship is quickly improving. Plus 42. They're still friendly terms. We did annoy them, so we don't do too much more to annoy them, I don't think. Like becoming allies with Britain. That would really annoy them. What would be good is if we could build a force up and strike at Villeneuve's fleet, although it's a sizable fleet. Our third rates are probably not going to cut the mustard, honestly. We could free up that trading because, yeah, look at that. He's still, that is years now that they've just cut the trade off from Britain. So Britain must be really struggling financially. She's obviously got some cash coming in, maybe from her westerly ports. But yeah, that's a huge amount of money. If we look at where's Britain? It's not even on there. It says 600 going that way, but that's not a lot. That's not a lot for such a big country with a big navy. That's probably why we're not seeing the forces being deployed. They can't afford to keep them. I'm looking Pomerania. How's that looking now? Better, better. And we've got some elite troops in here, actually. Was that... I might actually march these elite troops into Brandenburg. Yes, that weakens Pomerania, but if we lose Pomerania, it's annoying. We lose our ports and some trade. If we lose our capital, it's a problem. So, not that the Russians, they're friendly. They're friendly. The Russians are friendly. I will keep confirming this. The Russians, look, 133. We are the best of buddies. Never have I seen. Oh, look at that. We're plus 45 with the Austrians now that we're allied with them. So that's certainly boosted that relationship. No end. I don't want to spend too much because we're not too far away from getting, or one more turn from getting General Staff, which will unlock the Staff College, which is 12 grand. So we don't want to spend too much cash this time. So let's just have a quick look. We've got some troops here at Luzerne. Okay, so there we go. Scharnhorst's army has recouped, and they're all looking good. And that is doing okay. The what is it? The resistance to foreign occupation is dwindling. That's very nice to see. Strasbourg. There we go. They've still got a little bit of it, but that's coming down as well. Did we have any region where we are not paying tax? Yes. Here. Stuttgart. They're teetering on the edge. I can probably get away with asking them to pay tax. It's like this whole middle section is not happy with the tax bracket, which is understandable, to be fair. Get a couple of militia in there as well, just to give us a little bit overhead with the population, keep them in check. But there we go. Stuttgart should be under control now. We got our spy here, which we moved down here. He's having a look around Innsbruck. It's all looking cool. Hopefully, as allies, they shouldn't be looking at our borders. Down here, this is French territory, of course. And there's the capital, Paris, up there. Okay. To march on Paris would be quite the move. I might move our spy a little bit closer to Paris onto the main road, so he can have go onto the hill, so we can actually have a look. Oh, here we go. So Paris is heavily occupied, and we've got armies on both bridges going into it from our side. Are the Danes... Where do the Danes go? Let's see. They're that big invasion force. There's their fleet coming up. So I can only assume the Danes, because I didn't see them, have gone into the fog of war. So they may be landing down here, maybe to try and take Bordeaux. That would be interesting. That would be really cool, in fact. If they did struck there and tried to get Bordeaux and Toulouse, Napoleon would have no choice but to send troops south, which would weaken Brussels and Rheims, which we could maybe then plot to go in. But I think we'll probably look to do that next time. Our armies again looking pretty. We've built up our towns to be a little bit more resilient to any economic change, so the people are relatively okay. Question marks about the Russians coming to Berlin, probably to negotiate something else in their favour. Tempted to move an army back that way, but I'm building an army here in Berlin now. We've got some decent troops here now. We've got recruitment of another number of troops, which will probably be too many, but we take out the militia. That's a reasonably sized army, and we'll recruit a general to go in there, and that should hopefully... They've got a... Is that a 5-star general? We can't see who he is. They've got musketeers, 6-pounders, and some Cossack cavalry. Okay, can't see the rest of it, but yeah, we don't want to have a pick a fight with Russia. But although they're pretty friendly with us, so we're so close to completing our campaign, we may just keep appeasing them with money if that's what they want, or technology. Because I don't need my eastern flank to be attacked. Not that it's looking likely at the moment. They're just doing some annoying stuff. So we'll leave it there for now. Thanks so much for watching. Take care. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.